Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the New York Yankees. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. Towing the slab in today's game, Clark Schmidt.
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Okay, all set to go. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Foul ball there. Ball one there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's in there. Going to count 1 and 2. That's out to center field. Grisham hauls it in, and there's 1 away. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Colton Cowser.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit, takes outside. 1 out, base is empty. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. Swung on, belted. That's back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
The shortstop,
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
He's been on fire at the dish lately, hitting better than .350 this month.
And that's in for a strike. The next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Kicks and deals. And that skips in the dirt. He goes down looking. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now in the Bronx. And on the mound in this one, Zach Eflin. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch, he's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Ben Rice, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Next offering is foul back. Ball to strike.
Well, I think that
One
pitch
ball,
surprised
two
all of
strikes.
us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And that
That's a ball.
just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Struck him out looking.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter,
Batting
but the
second,
pitcher
the
will
center
take that
fielder,
all day
Brett.
long. Not quite in the strike
Brett.
zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Grisham, a guy that understands the strike zone. And a foul ball. That one
Ball
off
2.
the mark. Ball 2. This one smoked out to left. Kowser calls it in, 2 away. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. This has been a good, productive lineup so far this year. Currently ranking among the better teams in terms of total hits and runs per game.
Well, you know, this lineup sees it as very important to put the ball in play, Boog. I mean, this is an age where strikeouts are up so high and guys are swinging and missing, going for the fences. But if you can increase that contact rate, you can be a dangerous club. You get more guys on base, and then all of a sudden, when that big swing comes through, you're plating more runs. So we'll see if this pitcher can get some soft contact, let the defense work behind it.
Strike 2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Judge waits. A dive. Nice stop. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
New inning getting started. And now the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn.
Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2014. Schmidt back to work. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. And that's in for a strike. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
On the ground, Volpe tosses to first, 1 out in the 2nd. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Ramon Laureano at the plate and takes high there. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Well, they locked him up with the cutter on the outside right there, and I got to think he was looking middle in because he just couldn't pull the trigger. And, with 2 strikes, fastball coming in, you got to be ready to swing it.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger's dad won a couple of World Series rings in 1999 and 2000. Clay was a backup infielder with the New York Yankees. Just missed. In the 2023 season, Cody's dad, Clay, made a trip to Wrigley Field and sat in the right field bleachers to watch his son play. That's kind of cool.
Ball, that's inside.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And Belly goes down on strikes.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him, man. The cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next to hit, takes ball 1. Sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And next for New York, Jason Dominguez. Eflin a move to first, and he's back safely. Fly ball down the line. And there's 2 down.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. And that one clips the corner. Now move to first. And he's back in safely. And a foul ball. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Cut out and miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. No score. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. Now the Orioles catcher, Gary Sanchez. That one a little bit high, and that is ball one. And that one cutting but missing down low. Just missed. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Swings and misses, and we're filled up.
I got 3 and 2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Batting 8, the center fielder, Cedric
Mullins. The next to hit for the Orioles. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Sit him down.
Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting 9, the third baseman, Ramon Urias.
So digging in, Ramon Urias.
Come on, Yankees.
Ball one, no strikes. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So the lineup flips over. Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Sanchez on second. Urias over at first with one away. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-1. That catches the corner. In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there, and typically if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement, but still that one tied him up and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Tap foul at the plate. Top of the third, no score. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Ball. Down.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Ripped to short. They take the force out. That ends the frame. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for the Yankees, J.C. Esquera. And that's in for a strike. On the ground, out to short. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Oswald Peraza.
Now it's the second baseman, Oswald Peraza. There's a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. And now 1-2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
He had him out in
Now
front,
batting,
which
catcher,
isn't easy to do
man.
against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
To the top of the lineup, Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Two down, nobody on.
Hey.
Line drive. On to O'Hearn. And the Yanks go quietly. So they go quietly there. On to inning number 4. No score. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
the Orioles,
John Sciambi
the
with Chris
shortstop,
Singleton.
Gunnar
And set to lead off the 4th,
Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
Let's go, New York. Let's go, New York.
And that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Misses off the
That's
inside. And 1-1. Right side. Peraza fires over to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Good sinker
next for
low
the
in the zone
Orioles,
right
the
there
first
and
baseman,
produced exactly what he
Ryan
was looking for.
O'Hearn.
Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Grounded out his first time up. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The right fielder, number 12, Ramon.
Dominant performance for
Laureano.
him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Laureano comes up to hit. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. Home run number 10 of the year. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
1 out, base is empty. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Inside, just missed. Schmidt maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
2 outs, base is empty. Gary Sanchez at the plate. Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That one's upstairs, ball one. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Next offering is in for a strike. And delivers outside. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two now. That one missed.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So, man aboard, Cedric Mullins getting ready to hit. He popped out his first time. And downstairs. That one ripped. Bellinger in a full sprint. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
Now the third baseman, Ramon Urias. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Fouled off. He was late. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. And down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom 4, and now the center fielder, Trent Grisham. That's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And that's in the dirt.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that skips in the dirt.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there, and it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
This ball's chopped on the ground. On to O'Hearn. And that quickly 2 away.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw off balance. Had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Bellinger stands in now, looks at that one inside.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing could put you right back in this ball game.
That's in there, and it's 1-1.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
The Orioles up by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. They trail things here 2-0. Back in New York. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Schmidt back to work. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Top of the order speedster. You'd really like to see him work his way on. He can get around the bases in a hurry, but a little too aggressive, maybe a little anxious.
That one misses in the dirt. Good job to fight that one off. Pitch is in the dirt. Now 2-2. And that one is inside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Westberg measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old. He's usually a third baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Westberg in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. Holliday gets his lead at first with nobody out. And now it's even up.
A little bit of a day off for him. Instead of being at the hot corner, he can just kind of put the batting gloves on, hold the bat as he sits on the bench, waiting for his time to hit.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Clark Schmidt will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher on here, Ryan
Number
Yarbrough.
33.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 2 in this one. That one's in there, and that is strike 1.
You know, these Orioles, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And he swings through that one.
0-2 is the count.
First and second, no outs, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Ryan O'Hearn.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. Fires to second for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Orioles 2 and the Yankees nothing. Back in the Bronx, Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
The third baseman.
All these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
First pitch misses.
You know, these Yankees, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. Dominant performance for him today, Boone. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
And next for New York, Jason Dominguez. Fly to left his first time. Little chopper rolls foul. Just missed.
1-1.
Eflin a move to first.
No, he's
Chisholm back in on a dive.
Ball, that's inside.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location. He found a way to just get it by him.
And now it's going to be Anthony Volpe.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
In the air out towards right center. Laureano settles under it. Makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, number 25.
And up next for New York, J.C. Esquera. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And that one a little bit high. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Back there. Get out of town. And we're level. It's 2-2.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Peraza batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Swing and a ground ball. Henderson over to first in time. That is the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. 2-2 game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the right fielder, Ramon Laureano. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Fernando Cruz up and loosening in the pen. Hamilton warming up as well. The 1-0. And that is out of play. And there's a ball.
Touchdown.
And that one is in for a strike. The other way, and foul ball. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together
Now
for
back,
him.
the
Just
left
kept it
fielder,
simple. Played
Bullpen.
pepper with the middle of the infield and
Counter.
took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. Now snap throw to first.
He's in
And
there.
he dives back in safely. And that one fouled off. In the dirt, nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
with the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And Gary Sanchez at the plate. That misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Ground ball right side, down the line, and it's foul. Sliced hard, but foul. Two. Stays alive. Laureano leads off first with 1 away. This to third, and that's a fair ball. It's in and out of his glove. Into third now, so runners at the corners and 1 out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins, 1 for 2. Swing and a foul out of play.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Off balance feet. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Back at Yankee Stadium, well, we go bottom 6. Stepping in the long ball threat, Ben Rice. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Ball, that's out.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And that one is downstairs, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one just misses. Ripped on the ground to second. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Now batting, the center
Looked to
fielder.
me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
Now here's Trent Grisham. There's a strike. On the ground, right side, and it's just foul. That was close. All tied up here in the bottom of the sixth. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Man, those are the types of hits
Now
where you don't
batting,
feel
the
any
designated
vibration in your
hitter,
hands
Aaron.
whatsoever. Such a good
Yeah.
feeling. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back there. And that is gone. He circles the bases. His second homer this series, and they take the lead. It's 5-2. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Zach Eflin done for the afternoon. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles,
65.
Gregory Soto.
Well, he's been excellent
Gregory
against left-handed hitters this
Soto.
year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
Bellinger up to hit. Infield shifted to the pull side. Just
Oh, that's
missed. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. And that's
2-1.
outside. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Ryan Baker, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Cano also throwing. Yankees up by 3. Swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton onto O'Hearn. And Bellinger is out.
Third time he struck
Third
out in
baseman,
this
number
one, and
13.
definitely an individual
Yeah.
performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Here's the third baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-1's the count.
Still only one out here in the inning. Hit on the ground to short. Henderson over to first in time. And that is out number 2.
Played that ball perfectly, had a good angle on it, and got off the long throw as quickly as he could have. And any more time he takes on that play, it's probably an infield hit. Great arm strength as well.
2 down, bases empty. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one the other way. On to O'Hearn. 3rd out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 5-2. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Pitching for the
Welcome
Yankees.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
63.
Fernando Cruz.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
And into the box
Leading
for
off
Baltimore,
the Orioles,
Ramon
the third
Urias.
baseman, Ramon
The Orioles in
Urias.
striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Swinging a foul straight back. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The 0-2. Good eye in that spot.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gassed it right by him. He got a pitch to hit right there, but he couldn't catch up after all the off speed to start the at bat.
Yeah, they pitched him backwards, as they say. First 3 pitches were soft, so he had no timing on the fastball. And you're right, that was a hittable pitch that he swung right through, but it was the setup from the pitch sequence before it that allowed it to be so effective.
So up next, Jackson Holliday. Breaking ball through there for a strike. The Yanks leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. And ball 1.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And that's in the dirt.
2.
One down, base is empty. That
3
one
balls, 2
misses.
strikes.
Ball 3. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits,
Up next
the
for the
advantages of
Orioles, the
relievers who
designated
can
hitter,
come in and
Jordan
get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited
Westbrook.
runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves, knowing that they can miss the bat Tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Let's go, Yankees.
Swing and a foul straight back. And that one fouled off.
Let's go, Yankees.
Outside.
outside.
Now 1-2.
Let's go.
He caught it behind his back. It's there, and that's a great play. What a play to end the inning. There's no way he saw that into the glove.
No, you're absolutely right. All he knew was the grounder was somewhere behind him. Just threw his glove out there and it stuck. That was pretty cool.
Now pitching for the
We're
Orioles.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
seventh.
43.
Ryan Baker.
Well, you see the ERA very
Baker.
solid, and that doesn't always tell you the
Leading
whole
up
story,
for the
but he's been
Yankees,
really
the
good so far
shortstop,
this year.
Anthony.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Come on, Yankees. Let's go.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Laureano settles under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, number 25.
So digging in, J.C. Esquera. He's already homered in this game. Ball one there.
Good slider down and in
Count
can be
1-0.
so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Fastball
Nope,
is outside.
Go, New York.
That one
Ball
missed.
three.
Now 3-0.
I got 3
Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom of the seventh. That's ball
That's
four.
ball four.
Tried another
Take the
fastball, but missed the spot.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder
Now
the
batting,
entire at
second
bat.
baseman,
Man at
Oswald.
first with one gone. Oswald Peraza
Peraza.
digs in now.
Stay out of the double play.
That one fouled off.
Go, Yankees. Runner, he's going.
Runner
he's
on the
going.
go. Next offering is fouled back. Esquera leads off first with one away. Inside,
off the plate.
just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Let's go, New York.
That
2
one
balls,
missed.
2 strikes.
That's outside.
Ball.
And now it's 3-2. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That's a tough one to swallow
Now
right
batting,
there. If you're on the
catcher,
mound, you're
Fred.
ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Foul ball there. That just misses. And the count even 1-1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In the dirt, blocked. And a foul ball. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Urias hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 12, Trent.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. 1 for 3. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And that drops in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Chop to third. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Now the bases loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here is Aaron Judge. He's been a difference maker in this one with what he did back in the 6th.
No doubt, Boog, a huge 3-run homer, and it's one of the key moments in this game.
First pitch just misses. Bases loaded, 2 down. And Judge spoils that one. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Out in front and foul to the left side. That missed by a lot. 2-2. And there's a ball.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. Judge out on the play. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. So they strand 3 and leave them loaded. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Yankees 5 and the Orioles 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Ian Hamilton.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season.
71.
You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Hamilton.
Now at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 3 in this one.
Henderson.
Hamilton, 6'1" righty. He features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a 4-seamer. Out there to center. Grisham sprinting for this one. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Ryan O'Hearn now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
The right fielder, number 12.
Here's Ramon Laureano. He's already homered here in this one. That's in for a strike at 95. 0-1. O'Hearn stands at first with one out. Next offering is in for a strike. In the dirt, and it scoots away.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. And he hits a ground ball right side. Esquera. And Laureano is retired.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Now the left fielder, Colton Cowser. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
Come on, Yankees.
To the right side. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. One left for the Orioles. And the deficit remains 5-2.
Now pitching for the
Back
Orioles.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
45.
8th. Keegan Aiken.
Keegan.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year.
Leading off
Typically
for
at
the
least
Yankees,
one an inning,
the
so
right
he'll be
fielder,
tough to get to.
Cody Bellinger.
The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expected for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
Let's go, Yankees. Show 'em how it's done.
And that's in there at the knees. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Come on, Yankees.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
It's really trying to stay in on the hands, not let them get extended, as that's where the potential for damage exists.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
No, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow depth. With
Number
2 strikes, you're
number
looking to protect,
24,
and halfway to the
Bullpen.
plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Let's go, Yankees.
Dominguez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Pickoff throw. Bellinger dives back.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
One out and a runner at second. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Line drive, and that's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Runner on the go. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's going back. Back some more. Gone off the center field window. See you later. His second home run of the series. It's 8-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. It's really impressive how he's able to take an outside fastball, get around it, and hit it with authority to the pull side. Most guys are popping up weakly to the opposite field.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Keegan Aiken out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Coming on for the Orioles, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So 1 out, nobody on. Digging in, J.C. Esquera. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Got him. 2 away.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate. But with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
Peraza stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Andrew Kittredge getting loose out there. That one ran inside, almost got him.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
And he walked him.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for right there.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the catcher comes up to him. Ben Rice. And first offering is fouled off. And that one missing low. On the ground to first, and that goes foul. Two outs. Sets him down looking. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Yankees with a 3-run shot. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing. Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic, still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Well, I love the Phillies, and I loved Mike Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt, 548 home runs. He was my favorite.
Well, some people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true.
Nope. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And takes low for ball 1. Now this is in the air down the line. Dominguez on the move. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman,
So they're down to their
Ramon
final out.
Urias.
Down the third baseman, Ramon Urias. And that misses. 1-0.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
In the air, right side. That gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Wide throw, and it gets away. And he'll pull into second safely.
Oh, that's just an unacceptable error right there. Just kind of lackadaisical in getting it back into the infield, and there's really no excuse for that. Turned a simple single into a runner in scoring position now.
Orioles an out away. Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the 9th. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
On the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees take this one in a blowout.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
8-2 the final here. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.